$47 billion invested in AI in one single day. If you're sitting in cash in your savings account, you need to understand where the smart money is actually flowing. So this morning, 3 big deals happened in the AI landscape. Amazon partnered with OpenAI worth around $38 billion. Irene logged in $9.7 billion with Microsoft, and Microsoft committed approximately $15 billion in Middle East. With the news, Amazon stocks jumped up by 5%, Irene stocks went up by 25%, whereas an average Canadian is sitting on a $60,000 savings account, giving 3% return, barely keeping up with inflation. So here's what this news tells us. Like, average tech companies are not slowing down. They're doubling down on infrastructure. They're doubling down on investments. It's something like 1900s oil rush. Whosoever controls the resources controls the future. For Canadian investors, this creates both opportunities and risks. The tech-heavy Nasdaq is up significantly this year, driven by AI optimism. But here's the question. Are you positioned to benefit from this shift, or are you watching from the sidelines? The challenge is that while your TFSA might be earning 4% in a high-interest savings account, tech stocks have delivered high double-digit returns. The S&P 500 is up substantially, led by AI-focused companies. Now let's bring this home to Canada. Most Canadian investors are conservative in nature. We love our GICs, we love our savings, we love, yes, our real estate. There's wisdom in that. Stability matters. But consider this. The biggest Canadian pension funds like CPP and OMERS are invested heavily in AI or global tech. They saw this wave coming long ago. The question isn't whether to abandon conservative strategies. It's whether your portfolio reflects where the global economy is actually moving. If you are 100% in Canadian banks and real estate, you're missing the biggest wealth creation engine of the decade. If you are 100% in tech, you're exposed to volatility that could wipe out years of gains. So here's a balanced approach for Canadian investors. Keep your emergency fund liquid. 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-interest savings account. That's non-negotiable. Maximize your TFSA contributions. Within that TFSA, consider diversified ETFs that include tech exposure. You don't need to pick individual stocks. A low-cost index fund gives you Amazon, Microsoft, and Nvidia without the risk of betting on one company. For your RRSP, think long-term. If you're under 50, you have time to weather volatility. Heavier equity exposure makes sense. If you are nearing retirement, protect your gains with more fixed income. And here's what most people miss: geographic diversification. Don't just invest in Canada. The TCX is heavily weighted towards financials and energy. US markets offer tech exposure. Canada simply can't match. So today's $47 billion AI news is just not a news. It's a signal. It's where the future is going, where the future money is being invested. You don't need to understand how AI works. You need to understand that the world's wealthiest companies are betting their futures on it. And as a Canadian investor, you can participate without taking reckless risks. The difference between wealth building and wealth erosion often comes down to one thing: being positioned where growth is actually happening. So ask yourself where your money is sitting. Is it working hard where it could be, or it's just sitting around? On the other hand, world is moving forward. So what percentage of your portfolio is in tech? Drop a comment below.